terms of our views on the CNY, we think that the China reopening story is actually not a positive for the currency. Surely in the short term, it takes away some of the risk premium. It leads to a little bit more positive or more bullish sentiment amongst investors, and we are seeing that in the price action. But if you think about the medium-term implications of China reopening, that should mean that imports are going to pick up. That should also mean that services deficit would increase as Chinese tourists start traveling, perhaps in the second half of the year. So from a medium-term perspective, we still think that the reopening is not going to be a positive. In the short term, of course, the sentiment has clearly turned. We could see some further downside in dollar China in the very short term. Perhaps a move towards 6.8 looks quite likely in our view.
6.8 looks quite likely. What about the expectation that the dollar is going to weaken further from here? What would that mean for the yuan?
Well, for the dollar, it's actually quite interesting because we do think that the dollar has peaked last year, and the direction of travel is clearly lower for the dollar this year. However, it's easier said than done. It's not going to be a smooth path lower for the dollar itself. Essentially, the way we are thinking about it, there's usually two phases to dollar sell-off. The first phase is essentially the reduction in risk premium, which is happening right now. Markets were positioned long dollars. Fed terminal rates are essentially now in view. Markets have a very good view that around 5% is where the Fed rates are going to peak. And then China has obviously reopened much more aggressively than most people thought. Those are all dollar negative factors. However, the second phase of the dollar sell-off is actually going to be driven more by growth essentially coming back, or global growth looking better. And that aspect is still missing. On balance, we still think that the risks to growth are quite clearly skewed towards the downside. So in an environment where we still have global growth concerns, the dollar is going to find it more difficult to sell off. So essentially, it's going to be a fairly bumpy ride, but on balance, we still think that the dollar is going to sell off this year.